guys, James here at Jarashut. I got another unboxing video. I told you I had heaps of stuff in the mail. This one is, I think it's from Deep Discount again. So yeah, if this is the one I'm thinking of, it's going to have a lot of stuff in it. So I'll get straight into it and yeah, keep watching. Alright. Let's open it up. Let's get this all out of here. Alright, let's see what we've got. First one up is The Devil Hunter. This one's directed by Jess Franco, the very prolific Spanish horror director. He's actually run the gamut. He's pretty much done everything. He's got about 300 films he's directed out there. But yeah, this one's The Devil Hunter. It was on the video nasty list. It's apparently supposed to be pretty crap, but you know, I want to collect all those films. And yeah, this one is apparently about a young woman who's kidnapped and she's being held by this devil worshipping tribe, and the head of the tribe is apparently the actual devil, and here he is here. Apparently the extent of his makeup is ping pong ball eyes, and yeah, apparently it's pretty crap, but it's supposed to be a pretty ludicrous movie, but it's got great cover art. It's a Severin release, got an interview on there with Jess Franco himself, so yeah, it looks pretty cool. Next up we have Girls in Chains. This one also goes by the name Abducted here in Australia. As you can tell, it's kind of a more exploitation, grindhouse kind of film. I actually read it's not as bloody or nudity filled as it may suggest. I think it's about some brothers being commanded by their very domineering mother to lock up young women in their basement. So yeah, apparently it's supposed to be alright though. So this one's a dual release between Code Red and Shriek Show, so got lots of special features on there and it looks like a really cool DVD. So yeah, Girls in Chains. Next up we have, this one was one I thought was out of print, but The Witch Who Came from the Sea. This is the Subversive Cinema Special Edition, and yeah, I found this on deep discount, so I was really happy about that. It was at its original price. Again, this one's a video nasty. I think it's about, it's kind of like Repulsion, I heard, in a way, but more intense. This young girl who's traumatized from her childhood, you know, all this kind of bad things have happened to her and she's kind of built it up in her mind. She's kind of gone a bit crazy, and apparently she has a real tendency and like for cutting off men's appendages. So yeah, it looks like a fun time. So yeah, this one's supposed to be quite a bizarre film. So yeah, looking forward to watching that one. And again, I think it's out of print, so happy I got it. Got some featurettes and such on there. Next up we have Castle of Blood. This one's a Barbara Steele film. It's directed by Antonio Margheriti, who directed Cannibal Apocalypse. And yeah, he's an Italian director. I've watched this one. I did own it on a DVD-R version, but since upgraded, this Synapse release has come out. It's the totally uncut European version, and it's in anamorphic widescreen, so that's really cool. And yeah, just a great upgrade and pretty cheap too. So Castle of Blood. Next up we have Blood for Dracula, and this one is one of Andy Warhol's two produced horror efforts. Everyone knows Andy Warhol, don't really need to go into much detail about him. It's actually directed by a guy called Paul Morrissey. I've watched this one on video. It's pretty bloody and crass and over the top, but I really liked it. It's got a great European setting. It's got some really nice visuals and such, and yeah, it's just cool to see a film that kind of relishes going over the top. So really cool film, I enjoy it. This one's not the Criterion edition, but it has got a lot of special features on there. So yeah, Blood for Dracula. Next up we have the other film, Flesh for Frankenstein. Again, Andy Warhol produced film, directed by Paul Morrissey. Yeah, this one is pretty much in the same vein, very over the top and a lot of blood and nudity, and yeah, very unapologetic about that. So yeah, I really enjoy these films. They do actually have yeah, really nice visuals and great landscapes, and yeah, great, you know, locations, castles and all that kind of thing. And I think this one's actually got Roman Polanski in there for a bit, so yeah, if I remember. So yeah, Flesh for Frankenstein. Next up we have again, two Barbara Steele films. Barbara Steele's a Italian scream starlet in heaps and heaps of you know, Mario Bava type films. These ones are actually very similar to Mario Bava films, you know, gothic ghost stories. We have An Angel for Satan and The Long Hair of Death. The Long Hair of Death is again directed by Antonio Margheriti, which I showed Castle of Blood just before. So yeah, I have not watched either of these two. This one's released by Midnight Choir, who's done another release I got with Beatrice Cenci, Lucio Fulci's Beatrice Cenci, and Mario Bava's The Whip in the Body, and they've done a great job on that one, so that's why I decided to pick this one up. Both in anamorphic widescreen, both apparently uncut, so yeah, this one's a really cool DVD. So, An Angel for Satan and The Long Hair of Death. Next up we have The Eyes of Laura Mars. Never seen this one, but apparently a lot of people really like this one. Apparently the screenplay was written by John Carpenter, although I heard it was changed a lot before it was made into the film. But that's an interesting little yeah, tidbit. This one's about, I think it's a serial killer that's going around, and the title kind of clues you in. The Eyes of Laura Mars. Apparently she can see all the killings happening. She's got some kind of psychic ability. It's got Faye Dunaway and Tommy Lee Jones in there. And we have got some special features and stuff on there. So yeah, if you've seen this one, tell me what you thought of it. The Eyes of Laura Mars. Next up we have, alright, here's a very infamous film. Nacho Cerda's Aftermath. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. But this one's a very infamous film in the kind of horror circle. This is a special edition. It's also got Genesis and The Awakening, so two other of his films. And yeah, this one it's kind of held in the same regard as something like, you know, Men Behind the Sun or Salo or Cannibal Holocaust, one of those really infamous kind of films. He's a Spanish director. Most famous film is Aftermath, and that one is kind of, it's because the film is apparently quite a short movie, and it's about what happens to your body after you die, and I don't really want to say what that is, but apparently it's quite a disturbing film, quite a graphic movie. These are all uncut. We've got some special features on there and interviews and commentaries and everything, so yeah, really glad I got that one. Next up we have Zombie Lake. This one is a Jean Rollin movie. Sorry if I did not pronounce that right. I think he's a French director, but yeah, he's got a lot of films out there again, like Jess Franco. This one's apparently not supposed to be one of his best ones, but yeah, I'm interested in the kind of Nazi zombie subgenre, and this one's apparently supposed to be one of the more entertaining ones, although it's so bad it's good. It's got that kind of reputation. Yeah, I think it's about some lake in an old village, and it's kind of, you know, it's got this legend attached to it, Ghost Lake I think they call it, and it's got Nazi zombies in there. Some yeah, they come out and kill people, so yeah, it looks like a fun time. This is totally uncut and anamorphic widescreen, I think, so yeah, it looks like a fun time, Zombie Lake. Next up we have another Antonio Margheriti movie, and I did not consciously buy all of his films, but this one's Naked You Die. It's a Dark Sky Films release. Apparently it's a giallo thriller type movie. No special features on this save for a trailer, but you know, I really like giallo films, so yeah, I want to collect as many as I can, and this one's supposedly quite good, so yeah, Naked You Die. Next up we have The Legend of Blood Castle, and Mr. Parker just showed this one, I think. It's directed by George Grau, who done Let Sleeping Corpses Lie or The Living Dead at Manchester Morgue. He's a Spanish horror director. Really like his work, and I want to see more of his horror films. This one's apparently a take on the Elizabeth Bathory story. You know, the 16th century, I think it is, socialite who killed her servants and bathed in their blood because she thought it would make her look younger, and apparently this is supposed to be a pretty good adaptation of that story, so yeah, looking forward to that one. It's a Maya Communications release. Next up we have this one again, I think is out of print, but it's Mother's Day. This one's a slasher film from the 80s. This one's apparently a pretty good release from Troma though. We've got some special features, interviews, actual relevant stuff to the film this time. So yeah, it looks like a really cool film, and I like my cheesy slasher films. So yeah, Mother's Day. And lastly we have Terror Circus. This one also goes by the name Barn of the Naked Dead, so pretty cool title there. This one, the reason I got it is because it's got Andrew Prine in there. He's one of my favourite all-time cult actors. He's from Town That Dreaded Sundown, Simon, King of the Witches, Grizzly. Really cool cult actor. He's always really charismatic and always brings something to a film. And this one looks like a pretty cool movie. It's a Shriek Show release, and just see on the back Code Red too, so it looks like another dual release from them too. Lots of special features and everything on there, and yeah, this one's kind of supposed to be like a grindhouse kind of film. So yeah, I think that's everything. A lot of films in there. Hope you enjoyed it, and Jarashut out.